guys! It's been a long time since I've showed my face on camera. I figured that for the new Facebook romance series you don't really need to see my face, but I'm still going to record all of this for your viewing pleasure when I'm doing an Aaron Rambles video. So instead of my usual YouTube content these days of the Facebook romances, which is still an ongoing series, I needed to record an Aaron Rambles video, or in this case more, an Aaron Rants video. If you've been a subscriber on my channel long enough, you know that I have had a history as being an obsessed fangirl of the Hunger Games trilogy and the series and the movies, blah blah blah. I thought I was going to marry Josh Hutcherson, etc, etc. Thankfully I'm past that stage now, but I still greatly respect the Hunger Games trilogy as a book series, because it was the book series that got me into reading. They always say that there's a book that kind of is the gateway into your desire to read, and for me it was the Hunger Games trilogy. Whether you personally think it's good or bad, that's your opinion, I don't mind. I still gratefully respect it because it was what got me into reading and gave me the desire to read more. So, you may ask, what do you think of this prequel? One of the reasons why I respected Suzanne Collins as an author is that when the Hunger Games trilogy of movies, I say trilogy, there was 4 but it should have been 3, when the Hunger Games trilogy of movies ended, she said, I'm paraphrasing, but she pretty much said, that's it, I'm leaving Pan Am. Theoretically, hypothetically, she means that she's leaving Pan Am, and she's going to explore different horizons, because the Hunger Games has been part of her world since 2008. Now that all the movies are over, she was going to explore something new, which I thought great. She's going to write a different book or another series, or she's going to explore new territory that she hasn't done before. And I thought that that would be the end of the Hunger Games, because I liked where it ended. It was a nice ending, it rounded everything off with the characters, and there didn't need to be more. And it never dawned on me that there would be a prequel. To me, I thought if she was ever going to squeeze the life out of this series that she created, I thought that she would have continued on after. And then we get this announcement that Suzanne Collins has written a prequel. She's written a prequel to celebrate, I think, the publication of Mockingjay. Next year it'll be 10 years since Mockingjay was released. So she's written a prequel. And immediately, as a Hunger Games fan, I'm expected to be jumping for joy. Like, yay, we're going back to Pan Am, we get to explore the world again. And that's just not me. One of the reasons why I greatly respected Suzanne Collins as an author was because she knew when to stop, and she stopped. Or so I thought. Because if you follow my videos with the Mortal Instruments, you know that I think Cassandra Clare overkilled her series. Should have been a trilogy, but she released 6 books instead, and she battered the life out of it until there was nothing left, and then she released prequels and sequels and little side stories until that cow was pretty much being milked to dust, until there was nothing left to the imagination. And you could argue that J.K. Rowling is doing the exact same with her Fantastic Beasts series, which I hear is supposed to have like a multitude of movies. I thought it was only supposed to have 3 movies or something like that. Apparently it's going to be the new Harry Potter with like 5 or 6 movies, which is just completely unnecessary. And not to mention the travesty that is The Cursed Child. But we're not here to talk about Harry Potter. My point is that it's become a theme nowadays for authors to not be able to write beyond their success. I'm pretty sure the woman who wrote Divergent, another popular teen book series, seems to be a habit with teen books, she also wrote a sub-series for her books, and the impression that it gives is that these authors don't have any more ideas. They don't know what to write, so they're just writing what they know will sell. And that was one of the reasons why I thought when Suzanne Collins said, I'm done, I thought she meant it, and I was happy about that. Because I didn't want to see this series that I loved and I treasured get battered to dust like the Mortal Instruments, like Harry Potter, like Divergent. It just had its nice ending and that was it. And then this announcement happens. It didn't initially release the name of the title or the cover or anything like that. We got the cover at NYCC Comic Con on Friday or Saturday, I think. And the title, ladies and gentlemen, is A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Does that sound familiar? The thing that bothers me about this is that the songbird was a symbol exclusive to Katniss. It meant something personal to Katniss. Her dad would sing to her, and the Mockingjays would repeat what he could sing, and that was a talent that got passed on to Katniss. So when she was given the Mockingjay pin, she kept it and she held on to it throughout the trilogy. And that's why the Mockingjay became the symbol that it did. And the reason that it bothers me that the songbird is in this is because this isn't a sequel, this is a prequel. And it's not even a prequel that will involve Katniss. It is based on the 10th Hunger Games, way before Katniss was even born. So this has nothing to do with Katniss, has nothing to do with Peeta, has nothing to do with any of the characters that you love from the Hunger Games. This is completely new. But it is blatantly obvious that they've shoved this bird in because that's what the branding of the Hunger Games was, and the only way they're going to get people to be able to recognize it and buy it is by sticking on something that they'll recognize. It's just so transparent. And I don't like the premise either. The idea of writing what happens in the 10th Hunger Games kills a lot of imagination. On fanfiction.net, a great deal of the stories that the fans write, that the fans think of, that the fans create, is writing their own Hunger Games, and they do that by using the 10th Hunger Games, the 20th Hunger Games, some people do the 100th Hunger Games, which doesn't make sense, but you do you. And in insinuating that you're going to start writing each of these games, even just in doing the 10th games, you're killing the imagination. Readers don't need their hands held and told what happens at every point. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Authors seem to have this idea that they have to fill in the blanks for their readers. And you don't. You don't have to. One of the greatest things about reading is that readers can come up with their own ideas of what happened, or their own idea of what this character's reasoning was, and why this happened, and what caused that, and what was the past like. That's one of the greatest things about reading, is that you can try and fill in the blanks yourself. Having your hand held and told, this is what happened, that is what happened, and this is also what happened, it kills the imagination and kills any chance of any creativity on the author's part, because they're not writing anything new, they're just returning to a safe place that they know is going to sell books. And you can throw it under the disguise of, oh, it's for the 10th anniversary, oh, it's for this, no, it's for that. It's nothing but a cash grab. And why authors like J.K. Rowling and Suzanne Collins think they need cash grabs, I have no idea. Either it's a cash grab, or they just simply can't write anything else. Which could be the reason, because J.K. Rowling's books didn't sell, I don't think, until she revealed that she was Robert Galbraith, but I could be wrong on that. I just don't understand why authors are doing this and why this has become a trend. I would read anything Suzanne Collins put out now, because I'm interested in what her writing would be like beyond the series that I fell in love with. I'm not interested in this. In fact, this has made me want to read her stuff even less, because it clearly shows that she's just milking the Hunger Games cow and is using the fans that she knows are going to read this, because this is going to be successful. Of course this book is going to be successful. Lionsgate already wants film rights to it and it hasn't even been released yet. So of course it's going to be successful. And authors like Suzanne Collins, when they do this, they know it's going to be successful. They don't need to worry. They don't need to worry about it not selling or people not liking it. Of course they're going to like it. Of course they're going to buy it, because that's what people do when they see that it's part of a series that they loved. They don't think, oh, that's unnecessary, or oh, why are they writing this? They just go and they buy. And it's kind of manipulative in knowing that they do that, using that to sell books. It all just rings very, I don't know, what's the word, nefarious to me? No, I'm not saying authors can't write what they want. Of course they fucking can. Who am I to tell them what they can and can't do and what they should or shouldn't do? I'm just some twat in her room in Northern Ireland. My opinion means nothing in this matter. My opinion means nothing but to me and to anyone else who agrees. I'm not going to tell Suzanne Collins what she can or can't write. Of course I'm not. Fuck, that would kill creativity altogether. Originality is another thing, but Seems like authors don't really care about originality anymore. Anyway, I could rant about it all night, and I think 10 minutes should be the limit on these rant videos, or else I'll just go on forever. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and the whole process of Suzanne Collins writing more books for a series that ended quite amicably. So see you next time, guys. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. Check out my new series, Facebook Romances. It's basically where I analyse the synopsises of self-published books that get recommended to me on my Facebook. Spoiler, they're all terrible. Don't forget to check out my book as well. I have a book out on Amazon, Pegasus Publishing, Waterstones, wherever you really buy books, so you can find it. Read it, review it, let me know if you liked it, let me know if you don't. I accept all opinions, because positive criticism, great. Negative criticism, I can improve, great. So if you could do all that for me, that'd be fantastic. But if you don't want to, don't. I don't want you here if you don't want to be here, and I'll see you next time, guys. And don't overkill your books, please. Bye-bye.